back to my channel. In today's video I just wanted to do a quick fall makeup look, and yeah, so let's get started. I'm gonna be using Prep and Prime by Nykaa to prime my face. It's a silicone based primer, and I'm just gonna take that much, like a pea-sized amount, on my forehead, around my nose. If you hear a lot of noise, background noise, it's because I'm sitting in my balcony today and I make a lot of bad choices, and this is just one of them, so bear with me. So I'm gonna be using the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop foundation. This is in the shade Classic Tan. I'm gonna take very little product, and I'm gonna be using a foundation brush. And unlike popular belief, I tend to use a lot less product when I'm using a brush compared to a sponge, because I don't know, it's just how it happens. So I'm gonna take very little product, like almost nothing, just, if you can see, just that much on the brush, and I'm gonna start by putting it in the center of my face and just bringing it outwards. And no, there are no streaks. You can see. Can you see? If you're gonna use a brush, you have to make sure that the brush has a lot of bristles, like it's kind of like very bushy. I don't know how to say it, but just like it's thick. I'm gonna take a little bit and just go over the areas that I need. So that way I kind of get like a nice finish, a nice coverage without using a lot of foundation, which is a good thing at the end of the day. Now that I'm done with my foundation, I'm gonna go ahead and conceal the under eye situation right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this L'Oreal Infallible Concealer. This is in the shade 317 Almond. It's very thick, so I'm gonna take very little of it. So I'm just going to put some here and here. These are the places that light naturally reflects a lot, so this is like the perfect place to highlight. And I'm just gonna add on to the middle of my face. The problem is I forgot to bring a sponge and I don't want to go inside all over again. So I'm just gonna use this my foundation brush to pat it all in. Did a pretty good job. I think the brush did a pretty good job. This concealer covers up so much with just that much. You just need very little of this concealer. It's very full coverage, very creamy. Can be a little drying, that's why you should always, use very little of this, but otherwise it's a pretty good concealer. Next up, I'm gonna bronze. So I'm gonna use this butter bronzer. This is in the shade Deep. I didn't get the coronavirus, luckily, but I got really ill and I couldn't breathe. I got a cold. I couldn't breathe through my nose because I had a really bad blocked nose, and I didn't have any voice. I just recently, I think 2 days ago, I got my voice back. I hope you all are taking your vitamins seriously, drink a lot of water, eat healthy food, please. You don't want to get sick like me. It wasn't pretty, it was really tough. I'm gonna quickly set my under eyes because that's where I crease normally. So I'm gonna use Maybelline Fit Me loose powder, and this is in the shade 25 medium. Just gonna take very little on a brush. So I have changed how I contour my nose. I'm just going to take the same brush and take very little product. If I turn this way, you can see that my nose is a little bumpy, and the problem is when I usually contour my nose from up here, it looks weird. So I'm not gonna touch that part. I'm just gonna contour right here. earlier when I used to contour my nose used to end up looking all the more bigger, but just right now I just feel like this is the way to do, because I do have kind of tapered nose right here, and if I do it all the way from here, when I used to come to the bumpy area, it's a little difficult to kind of contour your bump. So I've stopped touching that area altogether, and I just do it here. That is where my nose needs a little more attention if I need to. And that is it. I'm gonna do my brows real quick because my face looks a little empty. So I'm gonna be using the Etude House Drawing Brow Pencil, and this is in the shade 03 Brown. So I'm gonna quickly carve out my brows. I just follow my brow shape. That's it. So let's zoom in and do the eyes. So I'm gonna be using my favorite palette. This is the iHeart Revolution Chalk Orange palette. You know, it has the really nice orangey brown warm tone colors. So that's what I'm gonna use today, and let's start. I'm gonna prime my eyes with the same concealer, and I use the same brush to set it down. I'm gonna start with this kind of dusty rose shade. Place it all over my lid. And I'm gonna repeat the same thing on the lower lash line. I'm gonna go into this rusty orangey shade. I'm gonna use the same rust orange shade and just pack it outside like that. Finally, I'm gonna go into this really dark brown shade. So because it's kind of really pigmented and you don't want a lot of pigment in the first go, you might want to take it a little slower and take the product little by little. So I'm just gonna place it the same way. And then blend it all out again. I'm gonna take a liquid glitter. I'm gonna be using this one from Swiss Beauty, and this is in the shade 03 Champagne. So I'm gonna use my finger and just place it here. I'm gonna use the golden shade from the palette for my lower lid. I'm using Get Inked by Nykaa Cosmetics. I'm just gonna quickly draw a winged liner. It's been so long since I've done a winged liner that's like upturned. I usually do like a more downturned eyeliner, so it's a little difficult for me right now. I'm struggling. I did my mascara off camera as well. I used these two mascaras. This one is the Maybelline Total Temptation, and this is the Lash Sensation. So I always layer them. So I use this, which is which is waterproof. Which is water soluble. And then on top of this, I go with the waterproof one. So when I have to take this off, it's much easier to take it off. And for my favorite palette, which is blush, this is Nykaa Get Cheeky Blush Duo in the shade Brazilian Bombshell. And I was thinking of using Raisin, which is shade like this. So I'm gonna take very little of this because this blush is crazy pigmented. Well, I'm going to use a little brush, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to sweep from outside to inside. I'm going to concentrate here and then sweep. So I'm going to stop right there and do my other cheek, then do my lips, and then see if I want more or not. So horizontally from saturated outside and then sweep. When you apply your blush like that, it also helps in kind of contouring your face. I'm gonna be using Nykaa So Creamy Matte. This is in the shade Let It Snooze. And I'm gonna buff out the edges a little bit. And then I'm gonna go in with the Lakme 9 to 5 Matte Mousse. And this is in the shade Burgundy Lush, which is one of my most favorite liquid lipsticks out there. I don't use liquid lipsticks usually because they dry my lips out a lot, so but this formula is so good. Finally, I'm gonna highlight my face, and for highlighter, I'm gonna be using this one from K-Beauty. This is in the shade Champagne Fizz, and I like to use a bigger brush, mostly because I like my highlighter to be very blended. So this is pretty much it for the makeup. If you watched till now and you've watched my other tutorials, please let me know if you prefer this setting or do you prefer the other one, which is just me sitting in white lights. I just wanted to try something out, so I am sitting in front of my window right now. So if you prefer that one, please let me know. And if you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel and turn on the post notification bell so you don't miss out on any of the videos that I upload. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!